There's a question: can a young man who is married wear a steel wedding ring to show he's married if he thinks it may help him avoid fitan at college? First of all, the ulama, they said that since this wedding ring has a religious roots to it, in which they would even mention their doctrine when they would put this ring in their hands, and it has some form of a, whether it's idol worshipping or for the Christians or whatever, uh, and it was said that whenever someone is married, the girl would put in the hands of their husband, or to be her husband, some form of a chain when she comes out from the house of her father, and he rides his horse and she's walking behind him with this chain, so till they reach their house. And then it becomes the issue of having a wedding ring and things like this. And the same thing, the Christians, they took this and they would say in the name of the Father and Son and so on. And the Muslims, they should be unique in every matter. They should follow the way of the Prophet ﷺ. So this is not something that we as Muslims we practice. So therefore we should stay away from it, and not to imitate anyone. Wearing a ring, there's nothing wrong with it, but to make it as part of the marriage, and people would even have some bad omens if it's not put on, or that's a sign that if he forgets it, or that's a sign that he doesn't like his wife, or all of this. So all these types of things, we need to remove it from our cultures and our way of doing things. It's not from us. And this is not culturally things where people can be different from one another. It should all be avoided, especially if it has a religious root to it. But then what I wanted to mention here is this, as far as mentioned in the question, to protect oneself from the fitan. That does not protect the person from the fitan. That means a person is very close to the fitan, and what protects him is the fact when they look at his hands. He should not be in a state where he's close to, if he's a man, to be close to the women that are not permissible for him, in a way that they will be able to see that he has a wedding ring or not. Right? He should be away from them. But it seems like as if a person is close and they're talking to each other, and we should be far from this, and not just to wait for, or to assume that it's just about someone is looking for the person. Once they say they're ring, okay, then I'm not going to speak to that person. It doesn't work that way. And how many people they are married and they continue to do haram. So to avoid oneself from the fitan is to stay away from it, to lower the gaze. When a person has the outside appearance of a Muslim, and he lower his gaze, people would already know that he is different. He's not someone that is approachable in an evil way. Of course, he respects everyone. He speaks to people. He's kind to people, but he lower his gaze. Time for the salah, he goes for the salah. He goes for whatever these places for the benefit of it. Right? So people would get that clearly from one's actions and attitude, and not from what he wears or what he puts on himself. Allah.